Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright, like the feeling.
Shalom, So, news just in. Costly Array will be the official corsage vendor for the Lord's 57th Annual Passover this year and hopefully to continue in the future. So I thought I would show you mine. I've got mine on the gold setting with the red rose. Obviously the red rose is for married sisters, and this is to let everybody in the room know that you are very much off limits. They also come in the white rose like this, and then there's a few other variations of the red rose. And yeah, I also got mine a little bit customized. I added a K for my husband's initial, but I absolutely love this piece. Like, I wear this piece when it's not the Passover, like. So yeah, I love this down. Obviously, if you want custom orders, if you want to add initials or anything extra like that, you will need to get your order in early. I'm talking like today early. But yeah, see you guys at the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Shalom.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright, like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose weight.
The ISUPK presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. You do not want to miss this one, Israel. Shalom.
And all the warriors be like,
ISUPK under Commanding General Yahana presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the lamb slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, three-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest part podcasts. The Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd. The annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Mahayman. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. The all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp. April 4th, the Lord's 57th annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to isupk.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, Israel. Shalom. Once again, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street out of Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. I have Priest and Officer Dawadah here assisting me again tonight. I want to say the water to you, brother. Shalom, Yahweh, Shema, Shabbatah. I'm sorry, Dawadah, you on me.
Oh, sir.
All right, you know what I'm saying? My brother on the ones and twos with me. Also, too, for all the brothers and sisters, I want to salute you. To the brothers, Shalom Yahweh Ba'Shema Shabakatham. To the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, we're going to get right into it. We back at it again. UPK, yours truly. Okay, you know, now we leading up to the Passover, so we got to have these types of conversations and these classes just to make sure that everything is clear. You understand? Not saying it wasn't clear before, but we want to double down on these things, if you understand what I mean. All right. So now I don't believe we had any questions from last class, or did we, Dawadah? Any questions that got left over or sent, anything like that?
Sir.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna go into some scriptures tonight, and we're gonna highlight some recent current events that happened to show you why courtship is important. Not just to you personally, but to the whole social ecosystem of our culture as a people, as God's, I'm sorry, let me just emphasize this, as God's chosen people. So I can make it crystal clear for you brothers and sisters out there. Okay, so without further ado, let me go to the slideshow. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me share my screen. Salaki, Dawadah, you did let me know last time I had to share it. Salaki, my brother.
No sweat, sir.
Okay, let me do that first. Let me make sure I'm on point with that. Okay, all right. So now, let me know. Dawadah, can you able to see that, my brother?
Sir, it's perfect.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to go into some biblical examples of courtship in the Bible, just to highlight some of the points that we've already addressed in the previous classes in this series. And this is a serious series because Black, Latino, and Native American Indian brothers and sisters have a hard time with relationships. Just to be honest about it. We're not the best with relationships. And tonight we're going to show why we're not the best with relationships, because we have not followed the blueprint that the Lord has given us. All right. We didn't follow the blueprint that the Most High Power gave to our forefathers. See, they didn't have these types of problems that we're having now, because they had a certain method of doing things that God gave us that made sure that the marriage stayed intact. Not that the marriage wasn't going to have any problems, I'm sorry, I'm going to use the word challenges. Not that the marriage wasn't going to have any challenges, but this courtship, the courtship aspect of it, it eliminated a lot of it from the get-go. Okay, so we're going to move on. All right. Let's start with Isaac and Rebecca. Okay, let's go to Genesis, the 24th chapter, if you will, my brother.
Sir.
Read this entire chapter, and we're going to highlight some points just to let you know that everything that we previously covered is biblically sound. Everything that the UPK stands on is biblically sound. You understand? Undisputed. All right.
You want me to read from the slide first, or
let's read from the let's go to the chapter, and we're gonna come back to this.
Come on, sir. It's the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 1. And Abraham was old and well stricken in age, and the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things.
This is talking about our patriarch of the nation, Abraham. All right. This is who the Lord built our nation off of. All right. The covenant with Abraham. This is the promise of that land, and everything that's entitled to be an Israelite come from Abraham through the Most High. All right. This is our forefather. All right. This is our patriarch. Okay. So now Abraham is up in age. Okay. He has Isaac. Go ahead.
Down with concert, verse 2. And Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house, that ruled over all that he had, put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh.
Go ahead.
Verse 3. And I will make thee swear by the Lord.
Right. So the reason he had him do that, because this is a serious task he's getting ready to perform. Right. Among all the other tasks that he had to perform, this right here, he entrusted him with this right here. Why? Because this involves his son and the future of his house. Okay. Go ahead, my brother.
Con, sir. The most high power of heaven and the most high of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, among who I dwell.
You see that? So he's telling this servant, I'm not going to let my son take a daughter, even though they around me, they close by. The Canaanites are close by. They in close proximity. But I'm not going to let my son marry the daughters of a Canaanite. So what do we have here? We have preference. Huh?
Sir.
He's making, the son not making a decision. This is the first tier of the vetting process. My son not going to marry no daughter of no Canaanites, among whom I dwell. Go ahead.
Con, sir. Verse 4. But thou shalt go unto my country and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son.
You see that? He's telling him. What does that mean? He's not marrying outside of his race. See that? If it was about, it don't matter who you can be with, why is he saying this? Because Abraham knew something that the Lord showed him. Do you understand? This is how you know the Lord was dealing with Abraham. And this is wisdom. Why? Because another woman of another race is outside of our culture. Another man, African, if a woman try to marry, one of our sisters try to marry an African, it's outside of our culture. Not something we're supposed to do. The Canaanites were Hamites. Keep going, my brother.
Down with concert. Verse 5. And the servant said unto him, peradventure, the woman will not be willing to follow me unto this land. Must I needs bring thy son again unto the land from whence thou camest?
Go ahead.
Verse 6. It's like verse 6. And Abraham said unto him, beware thou that thou bring not my son thither again.
Go ahead. So he's talking about the transport of his son. Go ahead.
Verse 7. The most high power of heaven, which took me from my father's house and from the land of my kindred, and which spake unto me, and that sware unto me, saying, unto thy seed will I give this land, and he shall send his angel before thee, and thou shalt take a wife unto my son from thence.
You see that? You understand that, right? So he's telling him the angel is going to guide him, right, in this process. So meaning this, he's saying right here, the Lord God of heaven took me from, he's talking about how he got took from his father's house, right? From the land of his kindred, right? And the Lord told him he gonna give this land unto his seed. Okay, go ahead.
Time on, sir. Verse 8. And if the woman will not be willing to follow thee, then thou shalt be clear from this my oath. Only bring not my son thither again.
Right. So meaning this, the son not going. You get what I'm saying? The son gonna stay with me. I want you to go carry out this order. All right. If she's not willing to go, you free from this oath. Y'all see that, right? So Abraham has strict instructions on how to deal with this situation. And he wanted his eldest servant, his most trusted servant, to carry this out. And the servant gave his word. Go ahead. Now, once again, we still talking about courting now. Huh? This is the arrangement. He's getting everything together here. Okay. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 9. And the servant put his hand under the thigh of Abraham, his master, and swore to him concerning that matter. Verse 10. And the servant took 10 camels of the camels of his master and departed, for all the goods of his master were in his hand. And he arose and went to Mesopotamia unto the city of Nahor.
Right. That's where Isaac's future wife is from. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And he made his camels to kneel down without the city by a well of water at the time of the evening, even the time that women go out to draw water.
Now check this out. It show you he was skilled. He went there. Why did he go to where the well of the water was? Because in the evening time, that's where all the women came to draw water. You see that? So he knew where to go to broaden his chances on finding who Abraham said he wanted him to find.
Right.
Right? So he sit there, got his camels, kneeled down by the well of the water. Now the women now is in the evening time. The women, they come in to get water for many different various reasons. Some to wash dishes, to wash clothes, even to wash themselves, take back home to their family, right? So this was a community thing, all right? They all come into the well to get water. Go ahead.
Kind of sir. Verse 12. And he said, O most high power of my master Abraham, I pray thee, send me good speed this day, and shew kindness unto my master Abraham.
He's praying to the Lord that he able to carry out his oath unto Abraham. Go ahead.
Verse 13. Behold, I stand here by the well of water, and the daughters of the men of the city come out to draw water. Verse 14. And let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I shall say, let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink. And she shall say, drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for thy servant Isaac, and thereby shall I know that thou hast shewed kindness unto my master.
So what now? So check this out. This is what he asked the Lord to show him with this woman. He said, this one, I'm gonna let down my pitcher. And this woman is not only gonna give me something to drink, she also gonna offer to give my camels something to drink as well. Let's go back to the slide, Dawada.
Come on, sir.
So, I'm going to come back and forth so I could just highlight a few points for you brothers and sisters. So we can establish on the first point, Abraham's preference was provided for his son. All right. He wanted a daughter of his own nation, which is biblically sound, which is the law.
Right.
Okay. He didn't want he didn't want his son to marry outside of his race. That's the first thing. Number two, Abraham's servant knew the time and place the women would be. That has to do with strategy. He knew where the women were. He knew what kind of woman that he was supposed to be looking for his master's son. He was there. The third point, Abraham's servant asked the Lord that kindness be her characteristic of identification. Meaning, Lord, if this woman is the right woman, let her characteristic be kindness. You see that? This is how one of our forefathers and foremothers, this was the process of them unifying. This is our history. This is our culture here. He didn't say, man, let her be a bad joint, man, with a BBL and some double D cups and all this other. He didn't say all that. He wasn't that thirsty.
Right.
I say. He wasn't looking for a thirst trap, since we talking about the water at the well.
Come on, sir.
Let kindness be her characteristic of identification. That is how I'm gonna know this woman here is the right one for Abraham's son. We can go back, my brother.
Come on. Verse 15. And it came to pass, before he had done speaking, that behold, Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulder.
So as soon as he got done saying, before he even got done speaking, Rebekah showed up, right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. And the damsel was very fair to look upon, a virgin, neither had any man known her.
What did that mean? Meaning this, a virgin means she was a young woman. She was fair, meaning she was beautiful, right? She was a virgin, meaning young. We know it according to the Compact Bible Dictionary, right? That virgin is a young woman of marriageable, an unmarried woman, a young woman married or unmarried of marriageable age. Okay, so she was. So it says she's a virgin. Then it says neither had any man known her, meaning what? She has never laid with a man. Right? She has never laid with a man. Right? That's what that means. Okay, so y'all understand she was beautiful, a young woman, and no man had known her. No man, when it said known her, that's old Quaker English for meaning she haven't had sex. Okay? You haven't been with a man. Go ahead.
Come. And did I read that part already? And she went down to the well and filled her pitcher. Came up. Verse 17. And the servant ran to meet her and said, let me, I pray thee, drink a little water of thy pitcher. Verse 18. And she said, drink, my lord. And she hasted and let down her pitcher upon her hand and gave him drink.
No, I ain't giving you nothing to drink. It's my water. I drew this water.
Right.
You a man. Why don't you draw your own water?
Right. That part.
Huh? I ain't no. Hold up, David. Hold up now. I'm not gonna get. Can I try to rephrase this? Because maybe in today's term, that would give you my water.
Right.
Give you what I work hard for? No, No, what did she have? She had kindness. You understand? And the Bible says she hasted. You know what that mean? Hasted? It means she hurried and let down her pitcher upon her hand and gave him something to drink. You understand? What is that showing? This woman here had kindness about her.
That's right.
You understand? Our foremother had kindness about her, man. She wasn't stingy. You understand? She didn't know the condition of the man, but she just said, look, you ask for water, I'm gonna give you some water. Go ahead.
Kind of a concert, verse 19. And when she had done giving him drink, she said, I will draw water for thy camels also, until they have done drinking.
Now remember, the man asked for the first part. He didn't ask for the second. She offered to feed the camels. Remember his prayer. Remember his prayer. He said that I'm gonna ask her that she'll give me drink and then give the camels drink. He didn't say, okay, can you get the camels something to drink? She offered and said, you got I'm gonna give the camels some water too. That's important, sisters. That's important. I want y'all to pay attention to that. We're talking about courtship. We're talking about characteristics. This is what gets a woman chose. I mean, like they want to try to say, pick me. Right? This what gets a woman. This is what a righteous man and what the Lord blesses in a courtship. This right here is the qualifier. We're talking about the qualifying things here.
Right.
Okay. And this servant was wise enough to know what to ask the Lord for. Because this is his master's son. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And she hasted and emptied her pitcher into the trough and ran again unto the well to draw water and drew for all his camels.
Come on.
Verse 21. And the man wondered at her held his peace, to wit whether the Most High had made his journey prosperous or not.
Meaning what? He's pondering this. He's like, man, I just asked the Lord for this and this happened. So he's trying to remember this is a critical decision. He's like, man, did the Lord make my journey prosperous or not? Meaning because what? He don't want to upset Abraham. He loved Abraham.
Right.
This is a chief servant in his house, and he cared for the matter that he gave Abraham his word. So he's now he's wondering, like, man, okay, let me hold my peace. Who is this what I think it is?
Right.
I think I'm almost there. He just got there. He almost about to get excited now. Because he be like, man, I'm about to fulfill my oath this day to my Lord. Go ahead.
Gentleman con, sir. Verse 22. And it came to pass, as the camels had done drinking, that the man took a golden earring of half a shekel weight, and 2 bracelets for her hands of 10 shekel weight of gold.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. And said, whose daughter art thou?
That show you, and I want to say this, that show you how wealthy Abraham was. He pulled out their gold and all them shekels and things. He letting you know that this cat here, you know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, if this who I think it is, then I gotta go. I got to meet her family, meet her father. Go ahead.
Tell me, I pray thee, is there room in thy father's house for us to lodge in?
Uh-huh.
Verse 24. And she said unto him, I am the daughter of Bethuel, the son of Milcah, which shall bear unto Nahor.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 25. She said moreover unto him, we have both straw and provender enough and room to lodge in.
Still showing kindness. You understand? But now when she said that, she let him know who she was. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And the man bowed down his head and worshiped the Most High.
And why did he worship the Most High? Because the Lord now has granted this process to move forward. This courtship process. The process that happened before marriage. Huh? All these things. He was very meticulous in what and how he dealt with the matter. All right? That's why Abraham entrusted him. So he's what? He's doing Abraham's bidding for what? His son. And a wife for his son in marriage. So he bowed his head down and worshiped the Lord. Why? Because he was so happy. Why? Because he wanted to give good news to Abraham. Because he was a good servant. Go ahead.
Verse 27. And he said, blessed be the Most High power of my master Abraham, who have not left destitute my master of his mercy and his truth. I being in the way, the Most High led me to the house of my master's brethren.
You see that? Go ahead.
Verse 28. And the damsel ran and told them of her mother's house these things. 29. And Rebekah had a brother. His name was Laban. And Laban ran out unto the man, unto the well.
All right, remember Laban now. Laban, he's gonna be instrumental later on. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 30. And it came to pass, when he saw the earring and bracelets upon his sister's hands.
Now, so hold on. So LeBron, oh, LeBron, something else, boy, ain't he?
Yeah,
he's sitting there. He's seeing the look. Now, he's seeing all the gold and stuff on her hand, right? He's seeing all that. Go ahead.
God, sir. And when he heard the words of Rebekah his sister, saying, "Thus spake the man unto me," that he came unto the man, and behold, he stood by the camels at the well.
He stood. See, so she giving a report. She giving a report to her brother. Go ahead.
God, sir. Verse 31. And he said, "Come in, thou blessed of the Most High. Wherefore that standest thou without? For I have prepared the house and room for the camels."
Right. So now he's going into the house. Now he's going into the house. Go ahead.
Verse 32. And the man came into the house, and he ungirded his camels, and gave straw and provender for the camels, and water to wash his feet and the men's feet that were with him.
Right, that was customary. You know what I'm saying? They watched when we traveled to our neighbor's house, especially from a long distance, because of the sand and dirt and things like that. It would wash. You would be given water to wash your feet. That was customary in Israel. Okay, go ahead. That's a sign of hospitality. Basically, what that's given. Go ahead.
Right, sir. Verse 33. And there was set meat before him to eat, but he said, "I will not eat until I have told mine errand." And he said, "Speak on."
So now check this out, man, about this. Once again, this right here is so important. How delicate this matter is. He said, "I'm not gonna eat until I tell you why I'm here." You understand? He's not gonna put food in his mouth until he. What does that tell you about this situation? How serious it is.
Right.
It wasn't lackadaisical. And see, the thing about it is, we got to take it serious as a people. So we won't have all these problems that we having with all these failed marriages, all these failed relationships, which also brings trauma to the children and so forth. He took this matter serious, and you better take it serious as well if you plan on courting a brother and sister in ISUPK. In general. Okay, go ahead.
Come on. Verse 34. And he said, "I am Abraham's servant." Verse 35. And the Most High have blessed my master greatly, and he has become great. And he have given him flocks and herds and silver and gold and men servants and maid servants and camels and asses.
So he giving a report of, hey, remember Abraham left a long time ago. Now he's reintroducing, this servant's reintroducing him. Okay. Abraham, your family member, the Lord has blessed him greatly with many of things. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir, the sister made a comment.
Go ahead.
Sister Kanawa, she said, "Salakia, sir, I just looked up a camel can drink 30 to 50 gallons. Sis put in work."
You better believe it. Good point, sis. She didn't give no cup, or she didn't give no those help make cup. What are those paper make cups? No, she didn't give no styrofoam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's right. She fed them camels, man. You understand? And he watched her with awe, and said, and then held his peace, because he like, man, is this the one? Because her characteristic, what? Her kindness. He's looking for that characteristic for the wife of Abraham's son, Isaac. That's important. She could have said, man, it's too hot for me to be giving you all this water. You should be giving me water. She didn't say that. Huh?
Right.
She didn't say that. She showed kindness. And because she showed kindness, I mean, just by that alone, the gold bracelets and shekels, she going to the house. Her brother like, we got that from? Who gave y'all that gold? You understand? Just by showing the kindness, she was rewarded that. And I can guarantee you them shekels of gold buy a whole bunch of water. I can guarantee you that. Go ahead, priest.
Verse 35. Oh, Slagia. Verse 36. And Sarah, my master's wife, bare a son to my master when she was old, and unto him hath he given all that he had. Verse 37. And my master made me swear, saying, Thou shalt not take a wife to my son of the daughters of the Canaanites, in whose land I dwell. Verse 38. But thou shalt go unto my father's house and to my kindred, and take a wife unto my son.
Go back to the slide, my brother. Now, this is important. This is important right here. So what Abraham's servant is given Abraham's servant report was clear. He's given a full report. He's not leaving out no details. What does that mean? No hidden agenda. I'm going to say it again. No hidden agenda. I'm here. This is what was told. He didn't leave out no details. So there's no hidden agenda on what he's trying to accomplish. And if there's no hidden agenda, there is no hidden fees.
Right. Count on what kind, sir.
Okay? No hidden fees. So he let him know, this is everything that I'm telling you. This is Abraham. This is his son. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is who his son is. I'm letting you know what I'm supposed to do. I'm letting you know what he told me. I'm telling everything, laying everything out to you. I'm not trying to be undermining with this situation. Let's go back, my brother.
Come on. Verse 39. And I said unto my master, peradventure the woman will not follow me. Verse 40. And he said unto me, the Most High before whom I walk will send his angel with thee, and prosper thy way, and thou shalt take a wife for my son of my kindred and of my father's house.
You see that? The Abraham, because he had doubt, Abraham assured him the angel's going to walk with you. You understand? Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Verse 41. Then shalt thou be clear from this my oath, when thou comest to my kindred, and if they give not thee one, thou shalt be clear from my oath.
Go ahead.
Verse 42. And I came this day unto the well, and said, O most high power of my master Abraham, if now thou do prosper my way which I go.
And listen, he even told him the prayer. He could have kept that private. He giving them detail. Am I right, Dawada? He going detail for detail. I sure wish we would give some details. I sure wish Israel would do a lot more of that when it come to courting. Giving the details to each other. Giving the details to the general. That's important. I think they call it transparency. That's the word for it. He's making sure the family knows exactly where he stands and where Abraham stands. That's important in the courtship. That's important in the decision-making process. Go ahead, my brother.
Come on, sir. Verse 43. Behold, I stand by the well of water, and it shall come to pass that when the virgin cometh forth to draw water, and I say to her, give me, I pray thee, a little water of thy pitcher to drink. Verse 44. And she say to me, both drink thou, and I will also draw for thy camels. Let the same be the woman whom the Most High have appointed out for my master's son. Verse 45. And before I had done speaking in my heart, behold, Rebekah came forth with her pitcher on her shoulder, and she went down unto the well and drew water, And I said unto her, let me drink, I pray thee.
And check this out. Now, you know, I don't know, y'all know. You ever seen a whale, man? A whale gets deep. You gotta wind that thing. Come on, man. She probably had to use 2 hands to wind that thing, and then he get up to the top. And as soon as the water get there, can I have some to drink, sis? Now he watching you. Hold on, let me. I'm trying to make it real, Dollar.
God, sir.
I'm trying to make it real, Dollar, so they can understand.
God.
I can't make it no more real than what it is. He watching her do the work. And then after the water get to the tip top, she's like, okay, I finally got it. Excuse me, sir, you mind if I get some of that water? Huh?
Oh, God,
I'm
sir.
thirsty. And she said, you know what? No problem. Yes, my lord. Here's some water. And matter of fact, these your camels, I'm going to get the camels water. Huh? See, sometimes a lot of sisters in the world, I'm not talking about in the UPK, because in the UPK, we teach sisters how to show kindness. But a lot of sisters in the world, they don't have this characteristic. And which is why they get overlooked by the right kind of man. Huh? And a lot of times the brothers in the world don't know what kindness is and how to look for kindness, so they end up picking the wrong woman. You see? Kindness. Selflessness. These are things that pre-qualify you for a righteous courtship. You understand? Let's go, my brother.
Come. Verse 46. And she made haste and let down her pitcher from her shoulder and said, drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. So I drank, and she made the camels drink also. Verse 47. And I asked her and said, whose daughter art thou? And she said, the daughter of Bethuel, Nahor's son.
And wait, hold on. Did he ask her? What did he do? Who did he ask Dawada? He asked her, who's what?
Whose daughter art thou?
You see that? That's important. Mm-hmm. That's important for you brothers. Try to find out who's the father or who's her head. In the UPK, who's her camp leader? Huh? Because that's important. Before he went any further, whose daughter art thou? That's important. Go ahead.
General Khan, whom Milcah bare unto him, and I put the earring upon her face and the bracelet upon her hands.
He didn't waste no time. Once he heard that there, take these earrings, take these bracelets, they're yours. They're yours. There's a gift. They're a gift. Go ahead.
Verse 48. And I bowed down my head and worshiped the Most High and blessed the Most High power of my master Abraham, which had led me in the right way to take my master's brother's daughter unto his son.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 49. And now, if ye will deal kindly and truly with my master, tell me. And if not, tell me, that I may turn to the right hand or to the left.
See that? After he gave his report, now he's trying to see what they're going to say. Go ahead.
Verse 50. Then Laban and Bethuel answered and said, the thing proceedeth from the Most High. We cannot speak unto thee bad or good.
They said, well, the thing proceedeth what?
From the Most High.
What they saying? We're not going to interfere. Because based on your report, this thing came from the Lord. We're not going to speak unto thee bad or good. Go ahead.
Khan, sir. Verse 51. Behold, Rebekah is before thee. Take her and go, and let her be thy master's son's wife, as the Most High have spoken.
So what has happened now? The family now has given what? Their what? Blessing. Do you see the oversight process? This was Isaac is not there, right? He's sitting down with the mother and father. Okay, this is a process that has to be worked out from the top. Okay, which is primary. Secondary is coming later on. Okay, so they said, look, the Lord has blessed, the Lord has spoken it. We granting this. This, you know what I'm saying? We not going, we giving our blessing, basically. Okay, that's what we doing. Okay, when it says, and let her be thy master's son's wife, meaning what? We okay with this. We, you know what I'm saying? We bless this. Go ahead.
Verse 52. And it came to pass that when Abraham's servant heard their words, he worshiped the Most High, bowing himself to the earth.
Once again, he loved him. He loved Abraham. He heard this. This was more good news. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 53. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things.
What would this be known as? What is this known as? What he's doing here? Does anyone know? I'm gonna see how many out there that know about the courtship process, the finalization of the courtship process. What is he doing right here? What is he doing? What is he giving to the family? Huh? Does anyone? I'm gonna see if anybody in the comments know. I want to know if y'all paying attention out there. I'm gonna start giving some homework assignments. I want to know if y'all paying attention, man. I want to see what we getting with this thing. I want to see if brothers and sisters in the UK understand the process. All right, let me give it a little bit of time. Read it from the top again, my brother.
Kind of sir. Verse 53. And the servant brought forth jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment and gave them to Rebekah. He gave also to her brother and to her mother precious things.
You understand? So what's going on here?
I think this is sister, maybe, I'm not sure. Zakawakayath.
Okay,
Was paying a dowry.
that's correct. That's correct. Is it now? Meaning what? He's not gonna leave them empty handed. He's paying that dowry. You see that? Go ahead.
Sir, verse 54. And they did eat and drink, and he and the men that were with him and tarried all night.
Right, meaning they stayed all night. They ate, they drank, they had a feast, and they stayed all night. Go ahead.
And they rose up in the morning, and he said, send me away unto my master. Verse 55. And her brother and her mother said, let the damsel abide with us a few days, at the least 10. After that, she shall go.
So the mother and brother was like, let her stay, a little bit longer, 10 days. But go ahead.
And verse 56. And he said unto them, hinder me not, seeing the Most High hath prospered my way. Send me away that I may go to my master.
Right, meaning he's saying, I can't wait. We can't wait no 10 days. Because guess what? He didn't want nothing else to happen. He got the message. He didn't want to come back and saying, Abraham, they told me to wait 10 more days. He's like, please, let her, you know what I'm saying? Let's not hinder me on this, please. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the Lord has prospered his way. Go ahead.
Verse 57. And they said, we will call the damsel and inquire at her mouth.
Now, here we go. Hold on. We will call the what?
The damsel.
And
inquire at her mouth.
Now, this is the second tier. This is the secondary level here. Y'all see that, brothers and sisters? Now that the parents have spoke to Abraham's servant and the arrangement and everything has been agreed upon, then they brought in who?
The damsel.
They brought in the damsel. You understand? They brought in Rebekah. And they said, inquire at her mouth, meaning what? We're going to see what she wants to do. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. Verse 58. And they called Rebekah and said unto her, wilt thou go with this man? And she said, I will go.
There you go. There you go. Meaning what? She agreed to this. See how that worked? Y'all see how that worked, brothers and sisters? After that, now, okay, now do you want to go? Do you want to take this young man's hand in marriage? She said yes. Okay, well, the deal is sealed now. Because we done our part. We know all the details. You understand? We know the report. There is no hidden agenda. No hidden fees. She said, I will go. Shalom. Let's keep going, my brother.
Come. Verse 59. And they sent away Rebekah, their sister, and her nurse, and Abraham's servant, and his men.
All right, so now they back en route to Abraham's camp. Go ahead. Territory.
Verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them.
You see that? And not only that, that's a future prophecy as well.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because Abraham, what did it say? Abraham gonna be the father. You know what I'm saying? Like his seed gonna be like the sand of the sea,
right?
Stars of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Abraham's seed was Isaac. You understand? So we seeing the progenitor of how this thing gonna work.
Right.
They're blessing her because she's getting ready to be a wife now and a mother. You understand? Go ahead.
John, sir. Verse 61. And Rebekah arose and her damsels, and they rode upon the camels and followed the man. And the servant took Rebekah and went his way. Verse 62. And Isaac came from the way of the well Lahariel, for he dwelt in the south country. Verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide.
Right, in the evening. So in the evening, he out there meditating. Go ahead.
And he lifted up his eyes and saw, and behold, the camels were coming.
Come on.
Verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel.
She jumped. Well, you know what lighted off the camel mean?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Go ahead.
Sir. Verse 65. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant has said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself.
Now hold up. Come on now. Now she uncovered herself, Dawada.
And covered herself.
General Muhammad said something that was so heavy, man. And I still think about it. He said a woman has to be a mystery. Like she covered herself, took a veil and covered herself. What? Meaning what? She know that this is the one she's going to be engaged with. But she still has some what? She still has some chasteness about herself. Huh? To show what kind of woman she was. We talking about one of the mothers of Israel right now. Took a veil and covered herself because she's getting ready to meet her future husband. You understand? Go ahead.
Come. Verse 66. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. Verse 67. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. And she became his wife. And he loved her, and Isaac was comforted after his mother's death.
And there you have it. He became a comfort to him because his mother just passed away. You understand? He brought her into his mother Sarah's tent, and he consummated what? The marriage. Okay? Do y'all see the process? Do you see how things have to be done? And this has to be done nationwide. Okay? If our people was to follow these process, this meticulous process called courtship, not dating, we wouldn't have the problem that we're having right now. Commander General Yohana has instituted this and made sure that these rules are in place in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. And we are supposed to be an example for those who are without the truth. This is very, very important. Okay, let's go back to the slide, my brother.
Come on, sir.
Let's do a recap. Okay, so now we got Abraham, Genesis chapter 24, the 24th chapter. We're talking about Isaac and Rebekah's courtship. Abraham provided a preference from the beginning, which was for his son, meaning the type of woman his son would be able to marry, to engage with. He gave his orders to the servant. The servant knew the time and place the women would be. Okay. The servant also asked the Lord that kindness be her characteristic of identification. How will I identify her? I asked the Lord to show me that she's kind. The Lord showed him that. You understand? At the well. Okay. Next, Abraham's report was clear to the family. He let them know who sent him, why he was sent, and his goal. There was no hidden agenda. There was no information, even down to his prayer. It was no information withheld when it came to this courtship. No hidden agenda, no hidden fees. Okay. The next point. After the family of Rebekah agreed to the terms, they asked Rebekah what she desired as well. Remember, I brought out earlier in the earlier classes that it's a two-tier vetting system that we have in the Israelite School of UPK. Your camp leader or your camp leaders or generals will what? Will let you know if you are qualified to court based on what? Your work ethic, your characteristic, all those things are important. Who you are as a person in this school will let them know if you are willing or if you are able to court in the courting process. This also applies for brothers who have daughters and sons. It's your job to do exactly what was done here. To make sure everything is done in decency and order. You can hold that scripture right there, David. Put that to the side, in decency and in order.
Come on, sir.
Because I want y'all to understand there's an order to this. And organization makes it organic. That's what makes it organic. What the world is doing is not organic. They having an orgasm, but it's not organic. Okay? We're talking about the law of nature, how things are supposed to be. Remember, we brought out how even nature has a process of courting. I'm going to keep bringing it out about the hummingbirds and how they sing songs. And in the song, it's not only giving their height, their weight, and whatever the case, it's giving them their my chart as well. To know, should I engage with this other bird? Give me that scripture, David, in decency and order, my brother.
Come on, it's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 40.
Uh-huh.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
I love this right here. Let all things be done. We talking about courtship right here. If you're gonna do it, let it be done decently and decently. Some things are indecent in this society. Can I show you what's indecent? David, can you pull up Houston?
Come on, sir.
A lot of people don't know what's been going on but I've been following a lot of things came across my desk. Shout out to Dawada and all the brothers out there in Houston as well. I was in Houston this past week, this weekend. And some things came across my desk before I can get out the goddamn state. Okay? And we got to talk about this because our youth are in desperate need of things being done decently and in order. And because we have strayed away and forsaken the oracles of the Lord, we are having the problems that we having today. Now, y'all look at this here. You can read it for them and tell them what it says.
Kind of, sir. It says, let me pull this up. It says, first day in Houston, hashtag. And they already posting they one night stands while they sleep.
You see that?
First day in Houston, sister right here sleep.
You see that? One night stands. Now, it's so bad, and I don't even know if we can play some of this, but it's so bad. Now imagine her father or her cousins and them gonna see this. Imagine the shame that you bring to your family. Now people in your neck, wherever you from, they're gonna say, oh, I know who that is. And some of these women were in a relationship. Some of these women, these young girls, were already in a relationship. You see this? All these things going on. This is what we have failed to. Because there is no self-restraint, there is no self-respect. Look at this here. You posting the one night stands. And this is going on during spring break. Am I right, Dawda?
Spring break concert. Yep.
In Houston. Now, I ain't got to tell you if there was a courtship process, but because it wasn't a courtship process. You should see some of the comments. This is what's going on with this is the future of our nation. And this is why it's so important that we do what we're supposed to do in the Israelite School of UPK. Here you have it, sisters. And let me tell you something. There's some X-rated stuff that got shared too. Am I right, Dawada? We're not gonna post that online. There's other stuff that got shared as well.
Sir.
And it's disgusting.
Right.
You understand? But you know what happens? This is what you know what they call that, Dawada? They call that dating. That sister right there, now she woke up and now she done went viral. For being what? Easy.
Sir.
For being easy. And now she has earned a reputation that's going to follow her for a long time. Imagine how her father has to deal with that if he's around. Her mother. Her relatives. Courtship is important because this process is important because what? It kept honor with the family. It kept the family honor intact. And we fell from that. It's time to rebuild it back up. You understand? Okay. Let's go to Genesis chapter 29, verse 15, my brother. I'm sorry, you can go back to the slide. I'm sorry. We're gonna go. Now we're talking about Jacob and Rachel. Genesis chapter 29, verses 15 through 20.
Come on, sir. Second. 29:15. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 15.
Now remember Laban. Now we're gonna move up to Laban and Jacob. Now remember, Laban's sisters marries Isaac. Remember, Laban saw the gold. Now he saw that, you know what I'm saying, from the giddy up. Now, fast forward, Laban. Now we're talking about Laban and Jacob. So Jacob now is coming to what? Marry what? A daughter of Laban. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 15. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be?
So what he's coming there to do is go. I'm gonna let the Bible speak. Go ahead.
Got him a concert, verse 16. And Laban had 2 daughters. The name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Verse 17. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored.
Right. When it says tender-eyed, meaning she wasn't as pretty as Rachel. Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. Leah was, she wasn't, she didn't have the look. When it say tender-eyed, meaning she wasn't as fair to look upon. If that makes sense. All right, go ahead.
Verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter.
Now, hold on. So what is he doing now? He is what? He is letting him know that I would like to marry Rachel. And I will serve these 7 years for Rachel. This is what? This is what? Does anyone know what this is? This is what? Them working out a what? Agreement. You understand? See, that's things you had to do if you wanted to marry a daughter of Zion. You're going to do it the right way. Things you had to do. You had to keep honor, not just for yourself, but for her and your nation. This is a social, this is not just a personal thing, but it's societal. You understand? He willing to work 7 years for this woman. Huh? Go ahead.
Khan, verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me.
Right. So he's going to live with Laban. Go ahead.
Verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days.
Hold on, Davidah. Hold on, Davidah. And you telling me that 7 years seemed a few days? Huh? He didn't rush 2 weeks? Huh? 7 years, but because he loved her, that 7 years went by like it was nothing. So what did that? So now, hold on. It said because it says they seemed unto him but a few days because he loved us so much. So love warped the time.
Right.
You understand? He's so focused on her hand in marriage. Man, it was like a few days to him. People like, man, you've been out here 7 years. Man, it seems just like yesterday I got here. Because what? He's focused on her. You understand? Go back to the slide, my brother.
Khan, sir.
This is important. Now, this is the Bible I'm reading. Am I right, Davidah?
Khan.
I want to make sure I'm not reading. I'm going to make sure he ain't no simp. Right?
Right.
I mean, I don't, you know, I know society like to say, you know, there's some simp, but this ain't no simping right here.
Right. Khan, sir.
There's some manhood here. Huh? He put in the work for this sister. So what do we see? We see in husbandry. He's willing to meet the terms and conditions. What? To be with this sister. He's willing to do the work, to go through the process. What's the other point? Patience. He's able to accept. This is what you got to have in a courtship. You got to have patience, man. You know what I'm saying? Jacob had patience, man. 7 years, he worked that 7 years in totality. A lot of people don't have patience. That's why their courtship don't work. And if the ones who want to rush the courtship and break the rules, then their marriage have all kind of problems. You know why? Because you didn't have patience. Patience means you're able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. I'm sure in those 7 years, it got cold. I'm sure in those 7 years, it got hot. Huh? I'm sure in those 7 years, he had injuries. I'm sure in those 7 years, it might have been some days he didn't feel like getting up early in the morning. But he did his duty. Go ahead, priest.
And Wakan, sir. Tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious.
You see that? You understand? That's what patience is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what patience is. We can look up, I tell you what, do even more. Go up to the Webster's Dictionary of Patience.
Sir.
I want to make it extra crystal clear. You understand? You need patience when you're dealing with a man or a woman if you're courting. You understand, through this process. Because you're not gonna be able to marry when you want to marry. It don't always happen like that. You gotta have patience.
This is a Webster's Dictionary definition of patience. It says the capacity or habit or fact of being patient. Well, let me see. You want me to just go to patient or?
Yes, I'm sorry. Go to patient. I'm sorry.
Okay, kind of a sir. Enduring pains or trials calmly or without complaint.
You see that?
Also, acting with calm. Acting with calm or restraint under provocation or strain.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Enduring pains, trials calmly without complaint. You understand? That's what you got to have. You need this not only in a courtship, you need it in a marriage.
That's right.
Which one? This is the prerequisite. Okay, let's go back to the scripture, my brother.
Kind of sir. Okay, so, and they seemed unto him but a few days for the love he had to her. Verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me my wife, for my days are fulfilled, that I may go in unto her.
Meaning consummate the marriage. Go ahead. And the 7 years is like the dowry, just so y'all know. That's like the agreement. Now, it could have been whatever the agreement is. That's who the father or the camp leader or the general works out with you, the man. Okay, that right there, that can vary. It may be funds. It may be something you have to do, work. It may be something you have to accomplish. It can vary depending on the sister and depending on who's the father. You understand? Or in the situation. Okay, go ahead.
Verse 22. And Laban gathered together all the men of the place and made a feast. Verse 23. And it came to pass in the evening that he took Leah his daughter and brought her to him. And
right. So this is Laban tricking him. You understand? He tricked him. Go ahead.
And brought her to him, and he went in unto her. Verse 24. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for an handmaid. Verse 25. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, what is this thou hast done unto me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? Verse 26. And Laban said,
you can drop it right there. I just wanted to show you that part. Now we all know that Jacob ended up working another 7 years. So he worked 14 years for this woman. He wanted her that bad. You understand? What Laban did was evil, but it's short. Nevertheless, it shows you the process of courtship and how things are supposed to be. Now, he was wrong for doing what he did. You understand? This right here, Laban was evil for doing what he did because what? He was trying to manipulate Jacob. He knew Jacob loved this woman, and he was trying to get all that he could out of this cat. You know what I'm saying? Out of our forefather. You understand? But he ended up getting payback toward the end anyway. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, Jacob ended up getting him back, you know what I'm saying, with the cattle and so forth. You understand? So let's read some of these points, Dawada.
Khan. Oversight, rules, restrictions.
There you go. Oversight meaning what? You have to have somebody in charge. You have to have somebody to make sure the integrity of the courtship stays intact, the integrity of the woman and yourself. This right here is self-respect. It's self-respect. Something that you didn't see in them posts that they had on Facebook at the spring break in Houston. No self-respect, no self-restraint. So what do you have now? Now you have yourself being looked at as a whore all over the internet, not just in your town. Some of these women are from small towns. Now, not only the pastor gonna see it, everybody gonna see it. Not that the pastor's somebody important, but everybody gonna see your grandmother. They're gonna tell her about it. See how shameful that is, man. You gotta make sure, man. We gotta make sure we trying to live righteously. And we ain't in the time to be just doing whatever the hell you want to do. We in the serious times, brothers and sisters. If you want to get in a marriage, go through the process. Don't just jump into bed with somebody. Go ahead, read on, my brother.
Get on with Khan, sir. In verse 26, in Laban,
you can drop the scripture. I'm sorry, the bullet
oh,
point.
it's like it. Commitment, a state of quality of being dedicated to a cause, activity, etc.
You see that? Jacob was dedicated, man. He was dedicated to the cause. He knew what he was trying to accomplish, and guess what? And you're gonna need that. This is what you're going to need in a marriage. Commitment. You got to be dedicated to each other. You understand? You got to see it through the good times and bad, man. You can't be just right here doing whatever the hell you want to do. You understand? There's rules to this thing, man. I like a lot of brothers say it's levels to it. Yes, levels and it's rules.
Come.
A lot of people think it ain't no rules. You could be far from the truth. There's rules to this. There'll be rules if it was your daughter. Hold up.
Right.
If it was your daughter, there'd be rules, wouldn't it? So why not treat this sister the same way as if it was your daughter? You understand? That should change your perspective on how you deal with sisters. You understand? Because would you want a man just to deal with your daughter any kind of way? In the right way, and sisters, you should deal with brothers in the right way. Would you want someone to do that to your son? I think not. Why the Bible says, love thy neighbor as thyself. Let's go on to the next. Let me go on to the next slide, Dawada.
Come on, concert.
Go ahead, my brother.
Courtship acts as a simulation method to marriage.
What is a simulation? Let's look up the word. Let's look up the definition of simulation, my brother.
Get on the concert. It's a definition of simulation out of the Webster's Dictionary. It says here, the act or process of simulating a sham object or counterfeit. I'm not sure. The imitative representation of a functioning of one system or process by means of the functioning of another.
Type in simulate. Let's see what that if that gives us a better one.
Come on, concert. To give or assume the appearance or effect of, often with the intent to deceive.
Go ahead, go down.
To make a simulation of something such as a physical system.
Okay, that's more like it. The physical system. Okay, so meaning this, the simulation is like, it's almost like a testing phase. Somebody said I'm going to run a simulation, meaning this is not the actual thing, but this is like I'm just going through the motion of this is what it would be like. Let me simulate this activity. So what the courtship, what it does is acts as a simulation method to marriage. So meaning this, in the courtship, you're gonna have those conversations. You're gonna have those talks about this and about that, and things that you like and things you don't like, all those things. And there's a time period where you're spending with each other without sex. Remember, courtship is you establishing a relationship without sex. Sex is not permitted in a courtship, okay? That breaks the courtship, because what do we know? Sex is marriage according to the Bible, okay? Keep going, my brother.
Come on, concert. Serves as a premarital testing phase that allows partners to evaluate long-term compatibility.
There you go. So that's going back to what we brought out earlier, the premarital testing phase, meaning this is now you're in the process where you get to see where each other stand on different issues, okay? And what are you doing through this process? You're evaluating. Is this something I can live with? Is this something that I can? Is this brother something I can be with? Is this sister someone I could be with? Go ahead.
Acts as a developmental, social, and emotional screening process.
And that's also another part of the courtship. You know what I'm saying? It develops you as a couple together, and it helps the social ecosystem that we have in this nation. The more courtships we have, the less problems, issues we're going to have as far as dealing with men and women, okay? You're going to have issues, but if we have more courtships, people taking their time and going through the process to evaluate people's emotions, that emotional screening process, I mean, that's like top. I mean, it's up there, because some people need medication. Mm-hmm. Can I be honest tonight? Some brothers and sisters need medication. Some brothers and sisters, they need, you got to evaluate their emotions. Some people are emotionally unhinged, and you're going to need to evaluate instead of just having sex with them. And then you be like, I didn't know that. Well, of course you didn't know it. You just hopped in the bed.
Right.
Of course you wouldn't know it. You're just having sex. Did those women in that those men in them videos and women in them videos, did they know they was gonna take pictures of them and record? I guarantee you they didn't, because they sleep. By the time it hit the internet, they're gonna say, well, I didn't know you was gonna do that. Well, of course you wouldn't, because you didn't want to court. You just wanted to have sex. And now you're on World Star Hip Hop. Keep going, my brother.
Got on concert. Use this time to align views on critical areas such as career paths, children, finances, etc.
This is another point. This time of what? Courtship. Now you got to see where each other's views are. When they say critical areas, meaning what? Your finances, if children, if you want to have children, if you don't want to have children, how does your career paths align? All these different things, etc. All these different things are important. This is the time now. A lot of people like to have this conversation after the marriage. Did you know that? You want to talk about all these things after the marriage. You're working backwards now. Now you got to work twice as hard, because you can't go anywhere now.
Right.
So now use this time. Don't rush the time. Use this time. Go ahead, my brother.
It may also involve the dynamic of interacting with your partner's previous children or other family members, depending on the circumstances.
Y'all hear that? So this is another point that I had to bring out. I want you to understand this. Have the hard conversations, have the uncomfortable conversations now. Do it now. Be transparent. Remember, the servant gave all the details. No hidden agenda. Don't lie. Be honest with each other, because this is involving the rest of your life together. Don't nobody want to feel like they've been defrauded.
Right.
Don't no male or female. Don't nobody want to feel like you tricked me. You said this in the courtship and you changed it up. Don't do that, because the Lord sees it and he will not bless your marriage. Okay? You in the truth, speak the truth, live the truth. You understand? This is important to all you brothers and sisters that plan on moving into a courtship or solidifying your courtship in marriage. Now, Doc, can you pull up the other one about how the teen girls back in the day used to wear certain symbols and things, or the collars and things like that? The one I sent you.
Sir.
Okay, all right. So did you go to show you these were white girls, of course, but this is just shows you how they were back then, and how every culture has a process of courting, or to show that a woman or a woman is available. Can you scroll up to the top, my brother, and read that for me, Baba Kashal?
Khan. It says 1953's big teenage fad was wearing a dog collar on your ankle.
And this is how you know it was white women. I never heard no black woman wearing no dog collar. Okay, right. Go ahead.
By 1953, teenagers were coming into their own as a cultural phenomenon, and they brought some unusual fads. One being girls wearing dog collars as anklets. The fad was described as early as 1944. The basic code was established then. A girl wore the collar on her left ankle if she was single, and on her right if she was going steady. But it wasn't until 1953 that the fad broke. Dog collar fashion spread, though the rules often changed. In Akron, the left ankle was for a girl going steady, while in Dallas, teenage girls in deeply committed relationships wore their dog collar on the right ankle. Girls everywhere, however, wore the collars over their white socks. On some occasions, boys attached their watch chains to the collar during a slow dance to prevent anyone from cutting in. Teenagers developed even more elaborate codes around the collar, and a 1953 Chicago Tribune article showed just how complex it could get. There, Bobby Soxers adorned their collars with nail heads and silver bells. They also added color to the mix. A red collar worn on the left ankle indicates that its wearer is in love and going steady. Green indicates that the girl is willing to date. A tan leather anklet says, I don't really care if I have to have a date or not, while a black one mourns. It's all over. We aren't going together anymore.
You see how these things are, how culturally, how these things are in other cultures, and how people look at a courtship and if a woman is available, which is why, going back to the ISUPK, which is why this Passover, man, that your sisters that's single, that's available, you're gonna have a white corsage on. And the sisters that are married, you're gonna have a red corsage on. But we don't do wear the dog collars. You understand? But we have a more traditional and more upstanding way to show when a woman is available or not. You understand? But I wanted Dawada to read this just to show you. Now you think about today's term with our youth. This is why it's so important that they come into the Israelite School of UPK, because we have to get back to us being a nation. We have to get back to us being in order, in decency and in order. Can you get me the scripture Dawah where it says seek the old path?
Come on, sir.
We gotta make sure that we are on the same page, brothers and sisters. You understand? We got to make sure that we're serving the Lord and doing what God said to do. Otherwise, we're gonna keep having these problems like what's happening at spring break, not just in Houston, but all over the United States.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 6, verse 16. Thus saith the Most High, stand ye in the ways, and see, and ask for the old paths, where is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein.
You see that? Like we gotta ask the Lord, man. We gotta ask the Lord, what's the old path? We gotta seek the old path. What is the old path? What we just read in the scriptures?
Right.
Isaac and Rebekah. You understand? With Jacob and Leah. You understand? I'm sorry, Rachel. We got to make sure that we understanding. We got to understand this thing, man. We're not understanding it. Because why? Look at our situation. Look at our livelihood. We ain't getting rest. We getting unrest. The old path is the way it was supposed to be. What? How we court. How a man sought a woman's hand in marriage. Or how a woman sought a man's hand in marriage. Okay? But guess what they say? Guess what they tell the UPK? We don't want to walk in that way. We're not going to walk therein. And guess what? Because you're not walking in that way is the reason that you're in the position you are in now.
That's right.
Is the reason that you became a meme. Some of you that became memes out here. That's how bad it is with you. That's how much you done turned against your God. Now imagine when schools start back, those young sisters and young brothers, imagine what they're going to have to deal with in school. Huh? Imagine the type of peer pressure and the type of bullying. You know, a lot of the youth, they can't take a lot of oppression and bullying. A lot of them commit suicide, man.
Right.
A lot of them brothers and sisters, man, they go back to school. Some of them sisters, they're gonna have to leave. They're gonna have to transfer into a different school. They might have to leave the town because of some of the video that came out.
Right.
Because what? You had no self-restraint. Self-respect. That's what courtship provides. If you see a young man, you want to court him, you can introduce yourself to him, but then do it the right way. Find out who he is. Find out who his father is. You know, get counsel. Call ISUPK up. Once again, we provide this counsel for brothers and sisters, man. All over the world. Wherever our brothers and sisters are. You got questions about something, get counsel. Because courtship, it's the screening process. It's a rite of passage for you to know what, how to know if this man or woman is suitable for you in marriage. You understand? That's what you need to know. Other than that, you going down a bad path, man. Some of these women that made decisions out there at that
Some of that rodeo.
Oh my goodness, don't even talk about the rodeo show. Oh. Come on, Dawah. Come on, Dawah. Now, you know what, brother? You just reminded me. The rodeo show was 10 times worse. Like, don't front your know about the rodeo show. Like, come on, man. You can't even go to see the horses at the rodeo show without seeing scattered ass all over the place. Huh? I mean, it ain't even a rodeo no more. You ain't even. I mean, it's so bad.
It's a hodeo.
It's a hodeo. Okay, like preaching officer Dawud said. This is what. Please stop. Listen to the UPK, man.
Oh man.
Listen to the UPK. Listen what Commander General Yohana is saying, because you know what? And let me tell you something. You know it's bad when women say it's bad. Feel me now. It's so bad now that women, now remember, there was a time, Dawud, you remember this, where we couldn't tell a woman how to dress. Remember that?
What kind?
We go to camp where she expressing herself. It's her body, her choice.
Mm-hmm.
Now women are starting to say something now. So now what did that tell you? We have reached a breaking point in society of this sexual liberation, of this my body, my choice, where your choice is causing sexual assault at a rodeo. It's sexual assault to be around there dressed like that. You're committing sexual assault on men and children and other women. Why? Because we have no standard. And what's not one of the standards? Courtship.
That's right.
Think about it now. Follow me now in this, brothers and sisters. If we get back to the courtship, guess what? A woman is not going to want to show off her sex appeal. Why? Because it would hurt her value in courting a man. It would hurt her value and her chances in getting a husband. She didn't want to come off like a woman of the night. She wouldn't want to come off like that.
Right.
So it went from the hodeo to spring break. It was back to back. It was back to back. And I mean, it's so bad out here that you have to have a conversation with your sons and your daughters about courtship. You understand? You want to know why the dating scene is so bad all around America, all over the world? Because what? We didn't seek the old path. We want to do something new. You tried to reinvent the wheel and you got stuck. And then now, because of that, you want to blame each other now. Now it's the battle of the sexes.
Right.
Both failed. Both didn't do what was supposed to get done. You understand? The Lord gonna judge both. Adam ain't just get kicked out the garden. Eve got kicked out of where all of them got kicked out. Am I right, Dawud?
You know, count, sir.
Eve didn't just get kicked out. Adam didn't just get kicked out. They both got kicked out. It's time to settle this. We at the end. You're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it the way the Lord said to do it, not how you say to do it. You understand? See how much time we got on. We might not have enough time. Okay, I'm going to come back. I'm going to come back on the next one. Because I'm gonna go in the boat. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say we probably got time for this video.
Yeah, play the video, dog. What you gonna say, dog?
Kept me at the Zoc sent me a video. He down from Houston, so he sent me a video. We were just talking about how the rise in like sexually transmitted diseases and and how like 1 out of every 3 person has a disease. That's how common it is getting down there. So it's like it was, I guess, the rodeo and the spring break. It was like 2 million visitors in Houston. And you got the one night stands going on, all these people, and like I said, in 1 in 3 people they burn it. So you got all these people coming from all over the world. They're gonna have these one night stands, go back to their husbands, their wives, to their cities and their states, and it's about to be a epidemic of some kind of STDs. Because of these actions. He sent me this video right here. I'm gonna play it right now, sir. It's crazy. It's crazy how they looking at it. Like it's like it's a joke. Let me see if I don't know if the sound is on. second. Are you able to hear it, sir?
Yeah, right now. We don't leave.
Yeah, I can hear it.
We ain't complete the mission. Exactly. You gotta leave this motherfucker burning at least twice. Gotta be burning everything. That's the mission right there.
If not, let your mama love you.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all right now. If we don't leave Houston with an STD, we ain't complete the mission. Exactly. You gotta leave this motherfucker burning at least twice. Gotta be burning everything. That's the mission right there.
Please tell me this AI
Sir, it's real.
Like, did you hear that, brothers and sisters? Dawah just said it's not AI. So meaning your goal is to get an STD. Your goal is to be out here burning. And not just you burning, you want to burn other people. Let me tell you something about courtship. Courtship is what you need to save your lifeline.
Right.
That's what you need. And I know a lot of young brothers out there, because I was young before too. I was 18. I wasn't always just, I was 18 before. And I know how it is when you have your testosterone. I know how it's same thing with you sisters out there. You out there, you're going through your hormonal changes and you know, you want to do all, but you better understand, you better have some restraint about yourself and you better understand and control yourself out here. Don't be out here trying to sleep with everybody. You shouldn't be sleeping with nobody. Why? Because you ain't going through the courtship. All the STDs, and let me tell you something. When you start to have so many types of STD, they start to morph into other things. You understand? It's a virus, man. So we got to deal with this, man, the right way. The next class, I'm gonna go into Boaz and Ruth. Okay, we're gonna get into that because I want to show you the dynamics of this thing, man. Ain't no way of getting around it. You understand? What they should be doing in Houston is coming to the Passover and saying what way the Lord want us to live. So it's going down in Houston right now, all kind of evil that's going on. And they putting it out online like it's a joke, but it's not. But you know what? You got to blame the parents. You got to blame who's their parents, huh? That's the first thing. That's the first thing the servant Abraham said. Who's your parent? Who's your father? That's what we got to start asking these kids. Who your father is? Who your mother is? What's their name? What city they in? They let you carry on like this? You understand? Like this can't be going on because guess what? We out here being destroyed, man. And we destroyed because we are led by our lust. A person that don't want to go do it the right way is led by their lust. And your lust will always destroy you if you let it take over you. Priest and Officer Dawah just showed the video, man. What's it going to be, brothers and sisters? You want to date or you want to court? Courting is way much safer, and it's ordained by the Lord. All right, so if we didn't have any questions for all the brothers and sisters that's on, if you had any questions, make sure that you reach out to Priest and Officer Dawah. We'll have them for the next class. We're going to go into Boaz and Ruth the next class. All right, we're going to go into some other things as well. All right, we got like 2 or 3 more classes before the Passover, and we're going to wrap this thing up, man. But I want to make sure brothers and sisters understand you have the right mindset if you want to enter into a courtship. You want to have the right mindset before you enter into a marriage. This is very, very important. We're talking about the future of our nation. One household at a time, one family at a time. The more we build, the harder it is for them to destroy. Okay? With this success, let me tell you something. Every time that we have a successful marriage, a brother and sister do it the right way, do you know we get stronger as a nation?
That's right.
Do y'all know that, brothers and sisters? especially our young brothers and sisters. The more that we able to, the longer we able to keep a brother and sister together and them have kids and have a productive family, do you know we get stronger as a nation? Okay? I ain't just talking about sex. I'm talking about our culture, the survival of our nation, our offspring. Do you know that we're better off when we work together as a family and as a nation? And how can we do that without going through the right process? You understand? So we're going to continue to push courtship. And we're going to continue and charge you, brothers and sisters, to uphold that standard in the UPK. To uphold that standard. Don't belittle yourself. Don't shame yourself. You understand? Don't shame the school. Let's push forward. We have a lot of work to do. And part of that work is the courtship process. Okay? So I want to thank Precinct Officer Dawada for joining me tonight, assisting me on this class, man. The water again, too, brother, for rocking with me. I really appreciate it, Dawada.
Hey, boss, sir.
Damn right. I want to say to all the brothers and sisters that tune in, the water to you for tuning into the class. Make sure that you do a recap of the other videos because you're going to need them as we get towards the end to finalize the series of courtship that I have right before the Passover. Is very important. And whatever questions you have, feel free. Put your questions in the comments. Let's get them now. If the questions are too detailed, some things may have to be dealt with behind the scenes because of discretion. Okay, because some people have questions and you want to deal with them behind the scenes. You want to get counsel. All right, but as far as things that we can answer on here publicly, we want to do that. We want to make sure that you have some clarity as far as what the process is and what you're supposed to do. Okay, we just went into some scriptures tonight on courtship and giving you some examples of what happened throughout that process, and to be honest with each other as far as having no hidden agenda. Okay, having a goal, having a strategy, but no hidden agenda, being transparent with each other. Okay, not beguiling each other. You understand? Like Laban did. Laban beguiled Jacob. Okay, so we don't want to beguile each other in this process. We want to be transparent, let each other know how we feel, what our intentions are, what our goals are, individual and eventually unified. Okay, Dawada, you want to add anything before we roll out?
Nah, sir, I'm good to go. Just everybody make sure you pay your Passover fees, so we can make sure we cover the bill, foot this bill, and Commander Jenny Hanna going out his way to host the nation, and to just make sure you pay your Passover fees, $200 per adult. Get it in as soon as possible.
Damn right, and what Dawada said is so right, man. Make sure you're there in the place to be in Houston, Texas, BH Ranch, and also make sure you pay your tithes. Make sure you send in your tithes and donations for this nation to grow. Okay, this nation continue to take care of what we need in this nation. All right, along with the counseling and everything else we do behind the scenes as well. Okay, if you're new to the class or ISUPK, get in contact, reach out to us. Get in contact with your closest leader in your camp leader in your zone, whatever city and state or country you may be in. Reach out to us and we will accommodate. Okay. Once again, the water again too. I want to salute all the brothers out. Shalom Yahweh Ba'Shem Al Shabakathum. And to the sisters, Shalom Yahweh Shema Alatham Ba'Shem Yahushai. Lord be with y'all.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana presents the official itinerary for the 57th Annual Lord's Passover. Kickoff. Wednesday, April 1st, the Lamb Slaughter from 11 a.m. Followed by fun and games, basketball, 3-point shootout. Can you hit the target in the archery competition? Then let's gather together ourselves and eat some lamb. Later that night, the dopest podcasts, the Round Table of Truth, Cross the Line Radio, and Let a Hebrew Speak. All going down from 8 p.m. Thursday, April 2nd, the annual Kiddies Party. It's all going down at Slick City Action Park from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. Followed by Scripture Breakdown class from 7 p.m. with 12 Shield General Mahayim. Friday, April 3rd from 8 p.m. the all-black party. You know how we get down. It's all going down at the BH Ranch, Houston, Texas. Saturday from 1 to 4 p.m. we will be hosting a brunch. Then the moment we've been waiting for all year from 5 p.m. sharp, April 4th, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. Followed by the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Sunday, April 5th from 7 p.m. The Passover and Feast of Unleavened Bread goes hand in hand, so don't miss it. Make your reservations, book your flights and hotels now. An entire week of activities for only $200. Go to isupk.com, pay your Passover fee now. Shalom.